We're at chapter 2, verse 10 of the Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna has sunk down to his chariot floor in despair and grief and said he's not going to participate in all this. Well, it's Krishna's turn to speak now. Krishna smiled. You know, there could be a period right there, and that would pretty much do it, but there's more. Krishna smiled and spoke to Arjuna. There between the two armies, the voice of God spoke these words. All that Krishna is about to say is contained in that smile. How beautiful that the source of all being meets our doubts, our fears, our willful refusals, our angers with a smile. Not a frown and not laughter, a smile. Krishna first responded to Arjuna's complaints non-verbally. The non-verbal contains about 70 to 80% of the meaning of a communication. The verbal only about 20 to 30%. If Arjuna had been tuned in to Krishna rather than lying dejected on the floor of his chariot, he would have seen the smile and understood immediately. The Gita would have ended right there. Fortunately for us, Krishna had to spell it out for him. Krishna begins by reminding Arjuna that we humans get caught up in the cycle of life and death, rooting for life and fearing, even hating death. Krishna says that both life and death shall pass away. Neither is the ultimate outcome. Here he goes again in verse 11. Thy tears are for those beyond tears, and are thy words words of wisdom? The wise grieve not for those who live, and they grieve not for those who die, for life and death shall pass away. He then reminds Arjuna that the spirit which animates us is indestructible. Because we all have been for all time, I and thou and these kings of men, and we all shall be for all time, we all forever and ever. We are made of the same stuff as our source. At our core is indestructible spirit. We have been with our source since the beginning of time and before that, and we shall be with our source forever. I laugh when I realize that before I was born into and as this body, I was doing very well, happy, content. Then I was told I had to leave, take form in a human womb, and be born into human society. I did not want to do that. It sounded kind of risky to me. I was fine where I was. Now, I have grown accustomed to this embodying, and I am told I have to leave here. Once again, a part of me does not want to go. It sounds kind of risky to me. It is so easy to forget I am a process. I want to make of myself a small, never-changing kingdom. Fortunately, I am not listened to, for that would be sure death. When I lie on the floor of my chariot and complain, Krishna, our source, smiles.